Welcome to Amazing Life 1 channel guides. Today, you watching Sherry Jackson, American actress, lifestyle biography and beautiful photos. I hope you enjoy this video. Like, share, subscribe channel. Thank you for watching video. Your favorite actress, model, singer, celebrity biography, photos, images. If you want to see, please comment.
Starting.
Biography. Sherry D. Jackson, born February 15, 1942, is a retired American actress and former child star. Early life. Jackson was born in Wendell, Idaho, to Marita or Morite Kathleen Gilbert and Curtis Lowes Jackson Sr. Her mother provided drama, singing, and dancing lessons for Sherry and her two brothers, Curtis L. Jackson, Jr. and Gary L. Jackson, beginning in their formative years. After her husband died in 1948, Marita moved the family from Wendell to Los Angeles, California. By one account, Marita, who had been told while still in Idaho that her children should be in films, was referred to a theatrical agent by a tour bus driver whom they met in Los Angeles. According to another, she was referred by the friend of an agent who saw Sherry eating ice cream on the Sunset Strip. Apocryphal perhaps, but within the year Sherry had her first screen test for The Snake Pit with Olivia de Havilland, and by the age of 7 appeared in her first feature film, the 1949 musical You're My Everything, which starred in Baxter and Dan Daly. In 1950, young Sherry became friends with actor Steve Cochran. While working with him on The Lion and the Horse, Steve introduced his friend, writer Montgomery Pittman, to Sherry's widowed mother. A romance developed, and Pittman married Marita Jackson in a small ceremony on June 4, 1952, in Torrance, California, with Sherry as flower girl and younger brother Gary as ring bearer. Cochran himself was Pittman's best man. In 1955, Cochran hired Pittman to write his next film, Come Next Spring, the first that Cochran produced himself. Sherry played the part of Cochran's mute daughter Annie Ballant, a role Pittman wrote specifically for his stepdaughter, during the course of appearing in several of the Ma and Pa Kettle movies. During the 1950s, as Susie Kettle, one of the titular couple's numerous children, she also appeared in The Breaking Point, which starred John Garfield in the actor's penultimate film role. In 1952, she portrayed the emotionally volatile visionary and ascetic Jacinta Marto in The Miracle of Our Lady of Fatima, and the following year played John Wayne's daughter in the football-themed Trouble Along the Way. Make Room for Daddy. Jackson may be best remembered for her 5-season run as older daughter Terry Williams on the Danny Thomas show known as Make Room for Daddy during the first 3 seasons from 1953 to 1958. During the course of her 5 years on the series, she established a strong bond with her on-screen mother, Jean Hagen. But Hagen left the series after the 3rd season in 1956. Worn out from the relentless pace of the production, Jackson left the program at the beginning of season 6, once her 5-year contract expired. To allow the writers to finish the character off, actress Penny Parker appeared in the role for 14 episodes of season 7, in which the character gets married and moves away. Jackson's impact on the Danny Thomas viewing audience was such that, on February 8, 1960, she received a star for television at 6,320 for Hollywood BLVD. On the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Jackson did return as Terry for the premiere episode of the new series Make Room for Granddaddy in 1970. Later roles over the next few years, Jackson broadened her range of acting roles by guest starring in dozens of television series, appearing as a hit woman on 77 Sunset Strip, a freed Apache captive who yearns to return to the reservation on The Tall Man, an alcoholic on Mr. Novak, a woman accused of murder on Perry Mason, and an unstable mother to be on Wagon Train. She gave an energetically beguiling performance as a gunslinger's promiscuous young bride in the Western series Maverick, episode entitled Red Dog with Roger Moore, Lee Van Cleef and John Carradine. After a 1965 appearance on Gomer Pyle, USMC, she then made guest appearances on Lost in Space: The Space Croppers, reuniting with her Danny Thomas co-star, Angela Cartwright, My 3 Sons, The Wild Wild West, The Night of the Vicious Valentine and The Night of the Gruesome Games, as 2 different characters, Dat Man, and the original Star Trek series. On the latter program, she made one of her more memorable portrayals as the Andrea in the episode What Are Little Girls Made Of in 1966. Jackson was cast as Catherine Cape Turner, a young woman from Boston who takes over a wagon train after the death of the Trailmaster. In the episode Lady of the Plains of the syndicated series Death Valley Days, DeForest Kelley plays a gambler, Elliot Webster, who falls in love with her though she is engaged to marry once the wagon train reaches Salt Lake City. When Blake Edwards remade the television series Peter Gunn as a feature film entitled Gunn 1967, Jackson was filmed in a new scene that appeared only in the international version, not the US release. Stills of the nude scene appear in the August 1967 issue of Playboy magazine. In a pictorial entitled Make Room for Sherry, the movie has not yet been released on VHS or DVD. In 1968, Jackson co-starred in the Miniskirt Mob as a member of an all-female motorcycle gang. In subsequent years, she appeared in the movies Wild Women 1970, Curse of the Moon Child 1972, Cotter 1973, Hitchhike 1974, The Girl on the Late Show 1974, Returning Home 1975, and Casino 1980. In the 1970s through early 1980s, she made guest appearances on such TV shows as Love, American Style, The Rockford Files, Starsky and Hutch, The Blue Knight, Switch, The Streets of San Francisco, Barnaby Jones, The Incredible Hulk, Fantasy Island, Vega Dollar, Alice, Charlie's Angels and Chips. Personal life. In 1967, Jackson began a 5-year relationship with business executive and horse breeder Fletcher R. Jones, a union that ended on November 7, 1972, when Jones was killed in a plane crash 8 miles east of Santa Ynez Airport in Santa Barbara County, California. 5 months after Jones' death, Jackson filed suit against his estate, asking for more than $1 million, $5.8 million today, with her attorney stating that Jones had promised to provide her with at least $25,000 a year for the rest of her life. Nickname Sherry, gender female, age 81 years old in 2023, date of birth February 15, 1940, to real name Sherry D. Jackson, profession actress, nationality American, birthplace Wendell, Idaho, United States, religion not known, zodiac sign Aquarius, height, weight and physical stats, body measurements 3'6" to 4'36" inches, body type hourglass, height 5 feet 3 inches 1.6 2 meters, weight 60 kilograms, 132 pounds, hair color dark brown, eye color dark brown. Hobbies not known. Sherry Jackson, education, school, Hollywood, professional school. Sherry Jackson, career, profession, actress known for Andrea debut, Covered Wagon, raid 1950, net worth USD to $1 million, family and relatives, father Curtis Lowe's Jackson, senior, mother Morita Kathleen Gilbert, brother Robert Jackson, Gary L. Jackson, sister none, marital status single. Fletcher R. Jones, 1967 D. 1970 no. Of children, none. Past relationships, Fletcher R. Jones 1967-197 to Gary Clark 1961, Ralph Tiger 1961, John Rockwell 1960, Dwayne Hickman 1960, Chad Everett, Rod Lauren, Bobby Riddle. Who is Sherry Jackson? Sherry Jackson is an American actress, born on the 15th of February 1942 in Wendell, Idaho, United States. How old is Sherry Jackson? Sherry Jackson is 81 years old as of October 2023. Acting 1980, Casanova as Jennifer 1979, Brenda Starr. Reporter as Brenda Starr 1978, Daniel in the Lines. Dean as Joanna 1978, Vega Dollar 1 episode 1978, Stingray as Abigail Bertofsky 1977, The Incredible Hulk 1 episode as Dr. Diane Joseph 1977, Chips 1 episode 1977, Bare Knuckles as Jennifer Randall 1976, Charlie's Angels 1 episode as Tina Fuller 1976, Alice 1 episode 1975, Matt Helm 1 episode as Elena Bosworth 1975, Mobile 1 episode 1975, Starsky and Hutch 1 episode 1975's Which 1 episode as Jenny Rosenthal 1975, Barbary Coast 1 episode as Sherry 1975, Returning Home as Marie Derry 1970 for The Rockford Files 1 episode as Jennifer Sandstrom 1970 for The Girl on the Late Show as Pat Clausen 1970 for Hitchhike as Stephanie 1973, Cotter as Shasto 1970 to The Streets of San Francisco 1 episode 1970 to Curse of the Moon Child 1970, Wild Women as Nancy Bellicourt 1970, The Immortal 1 episode 1969, The Monotorsus Mona 1968, The Miniskirt Mob as Connie 1967, Gunna Samantha 1966, Star Trek 1 episode as Andrea 1966, Batman 2 episodes as Pauline 1965, The Wild Wild West 1 episode as Michelle Lee Master. 1965 Lost in Space 1 episode as Ephra. 1965 Wild on the Beaches Lee Sullivan. 1965 Branded 1 episode. 1960 for Gomer Pyle. USMC 1 episode. 1963 Mr. Novak 1 episode as Kathy Ferguson. 1963 The Lieutenant 1 episode as Maggie Shane. 1963 Vacation Playhouse 1 episode as Alice Watson. 1960 To the Virginian 1 episode as Lois Coulter. 1906 On the New Breed 1 episode as Ellen Taltree. 1960 Surfside 6 1 episode as Jill Murray. 1960 My Three Sons 1 episode as Linda June Mitchell. 1960 The Tall Man 1 episode. 1960 The Adventures of Huckleberry Finnis Mary Jane Wilkes. 1959 Twilight Zone 1 episode as Comfort Gatewood.